It was originally composed in Bengali by India's first Nobel laureate, Rabindranath Tagore, on December 11, 1911. The parent song, Bharat Bhagya Vidata, is a Brahmaham. It has 5 verses, and only the first one has been adopted as the national anthem. It conveys the spirit of pluralism, or in a more popular term, the concept of unity in diversity, which lies at the core of India's cultural heritage. Today, our presentation will be on the parent song, Bharat Bhagya Vidata. Before that, we will bring the original song, its English translation, and few instances from the history to portray the significance of our independence proudly.
Your call is announced continuously. We heed your gracious call. The Hindus, Buddhists, Sikhs, Jains, your call is announced continuously. We heed your gracious call. The Hindus, Buddhists, Sikhs, Jains, Parsis, Muslims and the Christians. The East and the West come together to the side of your throne and weave the garland of love. O you who brings in the unity of the people, victory be to you, dispenser of the destiny of India. Victory, victory, victory to you.
Good morning everyone. My name is Roxanne from grade 6. Today I am going to say about Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. Jallianwala Bagh Massacre, also called Massacre of Amritsar, was an incident on April 13, 1919 in which British troops fired on a large crowd of unarmed Indians in an open space known as the Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar in Punjab. Jallianwala Bagh site in Amritsar is now a national monument. It killed several hundreds of people and wounded many hundreds more. It marked a turning point in India's modern history in that it left a permanent scar on Indo-British relations and was the precursor of Mahatma Gandhi's full commitment for India's nationalism and independence from Britain. On afternoon of April 13, a crowd of at least 10,000 men, women and children gathered at Jallianwala Bagh, which was nearly completely enclosed by walls and had only one exit.
It is not clear how many people there were. Protesters defined the ban of public meetings and how many had come from the surrounding regions to the city to celebrate Baisakhi, a spring festival. The incident happened when Reginald Dyer and his troops arrived. They sealed off the exit. Without a warning, opened fire. Reportedly shooting hundreds of rounds until they ran out of ammunition. The Bengali poet and Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore renounced his knighthood which he achieved in 1915 due to this incident. Gandhi soon began organizing his first large-scale, prominent and sustained non-violent protest campaign, the Non-Cooperation Movement, which was between 1920 to 1922. The then government of India ordered an investigation of the incident. The Hunter Commission, in which 1920 censured Reginald Dyer for his actions and ordered him to resign from the building. Thank you.
The way of life is somber. as it moves through ups and downs, but we, the pilgrims, have followed it through ages. O eternal charioteer, the wheels of your chariot echo day and night in the path. In the midst of fierce revolution, your conch shell sounds. You save us from fear and misery. O you who guide the people through tortuous path, victory be to you. Dispenser of the destiny of India, victory, victory, victory to you.
Good morning everyone, I am Rishi from grade 7. Today I am going to tell Battle of Plassey. Battle of Plassey is a fight which happened in 1757 at Plassey, West Bengal in the east river side of Bhagirathi. Troops of the British East India Company was led by Robert Clive came up against the Siraj-ud-Dawla, the last independent Nawab of Bengal and his French allies. Siraj-ud-Dawla. Then the Nawab of Bengal, Siraj-ud-Dawla, succeeded more than his grandfather Alauddin Khan after his death. Alauddin Khan is the deputy governor of Bihar who assumed the throne after killing Shafraz Khan, the incapable son of Mushrik Wali Khan. One day, Siraj-ud-Dawla's own court was surrendered by his opposition. Then the Britishers helped him to win this battle and they both became friends. And they agreed to each other that they both will never fight to each other. But one day arrived when the Britishers came to Kolkata without asking the permission of Nawabs. This made Nawabs a sovereign discrimination and they took the attempt and the fort where the Britishers was living, they threw a bomb on that fort. Out of 146 persons, 123 persons died due to suffocation and 23 persons was left alive in that fort. Those 23 people were sending the messages to the Robert Clive who was living in Madras. So he took an immediate action and he came to Madras with 3,000 army. So when he came, he thought that the Siraj-ud-Dawla was not having more than me, so he just took 3,000. But when he saw they was having 50,000 army, which outnumbered him to 3,000. So, when the battle began, one-third of the Britishers was defeated by the Nawabs. So, here the Nawabs got that they might lose the battle, so they ran away. And at this time, Mir Jafar and Miran, the sons, they killed the Nawabs. So, and they became the new Nawabs of Bengal and they agreed the rules which was made by Britishers. Thank you.
During the bleakest of nights, when the whole country was sick and in swoon, wakeful remind your incessant blessings to your Lord but fruitless eyes. Through nightmares and fears, you protected us on your lap. Oh loving mother, oh, you who remove the misery of the people, victory be to you. Dispenser of the destiny of India, victory, victory, victory to you. required for him to maintain his independence. The British did not like this because they wanted him to be a puppet in their hands. These conflicts led to a war in the year 1723. In this battle, British won Katwa, Suti, Mushidabad, Giria and Mangal. As the capital of Bengal was captured by the British, Mir Qasim had to admit his defeat. He flew away to Awadh and created a secret bond with the Nawab of Awadh and Shah Alam II, a Mughal emperor. Later, in the year 1724, the combined armies of these three came together against the Powers. However, in this battle as well, the British won and the Nawabs and the Mughal emperor were defeated. After the battle, Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal once again in the year 1723. He agreed to the British to give 3 districts of Bengal to them as for the maintenance of their army.
power
Mir Jafar died. His son Nazamuddin has taken over his position. However, the circumstances in Bengal haven't changed and the power of administration remained with the British. Nazamuddin has signed a treaty with the British, agreeing that he would become a pensioner of them. He received pension almost every month. As each successive passing by, the pension used to be reduced, and finally in the year 1762, the pension was stopped. Unlike the Battle of Plassey, which was known of the British conspiracy, the Battle of Buxar established the powers of British in Bengal and made them the holder of supremacy all over India.
The night is over and the sun has risen over the hills of East Orissa. The birds are singing and a gentle auspicious breeze is pouring there in the sun of New York. By the hand of pure compassion, India, that was asleep, is now waking. On your feet we now lay our heads. Oh victory, victory, victory to you. The Supreme King, victory be to you. Dispenser of the destiny of India, victory, victory, victory to you.
The song Bharat Bhagi Bhagata was first sung on the second day of the annual session of Indian National Congress in Calcutta on December 19, 1911. Outside of Calcutta, the song was first sung by the Bard himself in the session of Andhra Pradesh on February 28, 1990. In 1912, the song was published under the title Bharat Bhagata in the Patra News, Pakistan. On the occasion of India attaining freedom, the Indian Constituent Assembly assembled for the first time as a sovereign body on 14th of August 1947 midnight, and the session closed with the performance of Jana Gana Mana. The members of the Indian delegation to the General Assembly of the United Nations held at New York in 1947 gave a recording of Jana Gana Mana as the country's national anthem. It was played by the Orchestra House in front of a gathering of
wonderful program. Digvijay was the host. Sansim and Roxanne, they spoke on the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Rishik, he spoke on the Battle of Palasi. Tavanya spoke on the Battle of Boxer. The translation of the entire Bharata Bhagyo Vidhata was done by Shahid Shah, and in vocal, me and Sharanya were there. The entire song Bharata Bhagyo Vidhata and the tune of National Anthem was played by Shriyansh in guitar. Thank you everybody.